It's a tale of two fishing trips, one nearly ending in tragedy, the other the catch of a lifetime. Two men are alive thanks to what rescuers call nothing less than divine intervention. And our Hal Sherrick with how it all unfolded.
Out on the ocean many times. I've never been sick, but I was kind of nauseous that day. So Captain Brian actually came around and he says, "Hey, we can start heading back if you want." And I said, "You know what? No, I want everybody to have a good time. We're not going to go back because of how I feel." So that's when they took off and kept going.
Christine Lyles from Missouri was vacationing in Orange Beach with her family last week. She booked a fishing trip out of Zeke's Marina. Seasick, she spent most of that trip inside the cabin, snapping pictures on her phone. Her decision to keep going would make all the difference.
As I was trying to figure out a good way to go, I had noticed a boat off in the distance. Just glanced at it, and then when I finally decided where I was going to go, started heading that direction, and I kept looking out the port window looking for that boat.
Captain Brian Watts was at the helm of the charter boat Water Dog when he lost sight of the boat. His first mate then spotted it about a half a mile away, and someone appeared to be waving frantically. So the crew headed that way. As they got closer, the seriousness of the situation struck all on board.
You know, you don't know if maybe there's only one person left or if there's a casualty. You don't know what you're pulling up to. So it was a blessing. The two men that were on there, once the boat capsized, they had gotten on top of it. They'd been there for over 2 hours.
While Captain Watts radioed the Coast Guard, Lyle's husband, Kevin, in the light blue t-shirt, assisted First Mate Fisher Paisley in the rescue. They threw a life ring to the two men and hauled them on board one at a time. The stranded boaters told Captain Watts they had been losing hope. It was a Monday in the off-season. On top of that, it was a rough day and few boats were out. Some may call it fate, others coincidence. But for those on the Water Dog, there's only one explanation.
I could have told Captain Brian that I was too sick to keep going, and we could have turned around. And my faith in God is big, so I think that he just told me, no, tell him to keep going. So I feel pretty good about that.
We had our charter boat meeting about a month ago. We had a gentleman from Ironman Ministries that does the Wounded Warrior trips, and he gave us all coins that had been anointed. It has Jesus on one side, and I'll tell you before I show you this, but I had it on my dresser, and for whatever reason the night before I saw it, I'm like, I need to put that in my pocket. So the next morning, which is that morning of, I put it in my pocket. Now if you look at the very bottom, I don't know if you can see it, but it has God's hand reaching down and a hand coming up out of the water, like he's saving someone.
Reporting in Orange Beach, Hal Sherrick, Fox 10 News.
Wow, what a story right there. Well, as for the Lyles family, they didn't bring home any fish. When offered another trip later in the week, they quickly declined, saying they'd never be able to top this experience.